Look, I'm such a control freak.
Hi, we are going to be doing some microneedling today. Actually, we're going to be doing microneedling with PRP. We have Maria. She's never had any kind of microneedling before. The treatment is great for fine lines and wrinkles. It's good for discoloration, acne scarring. It does a great job for acne scarring. It can help with crepiness. What it's going to do, it's considered a forced wounding of the skin. So your skin is perceiving trauma, and what it does when it does that, it needs to heal. It produces collagen and elastin. So that is what the whole purpose of this is. By adding PRP, it enhances your microneedling like to the 1000th degree. PRP is platelet-rich plasma. What we do is we draw your blood, and then we have a centrifuge, or goes into a special tube and then into a centrifuge, and it's spun down. And then what comes to the top is your platelet-rich plasma. So it's your own growth factors from your blood. It's going to, it superpowers everything. It's got mast cells in it. It's got different growth factors for different cells, including your keratinite and keratinocytes and your fibroblasts, and it's super packed. It's just amazing, and it's your own growth factors, so your body readily accepts it. So to start, we have our microneedling pen, and each one has a tip and a sleeve, so everything is very sanitary. The sleeve is there to protect the microneedling pen itself and to make sure that nothing gets into the internal components. I think it's a really good design. I'm very happy with it. It's very easy to use. So this is the microneedling tip, and it has little micro needles. You can see those?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe against my black you can see them when I'm pushing them up. So the machine makes these needles go up and down, and I can control the depth. So this particular pen, the tips, the needles can go anywhere from 0.5 millimeter to 2 millimeter. And we will change the different depths according to the area of the face that we're doing. Cheeks we can go a little deeper on. Forehead is not so comfortable if you're going on a deeper depth because there's just not a lot of tissue there.
And under the eyes, I guess, is a lighter or a
Nope.
not quite. Oh, it's deep too. Okay.
It's deep too, yes.
All right.
So we were talking earlier, and I wanted to know some of the things that might concern Maria about her skin and what we would want to work on. So what were your concerns?
Just creepiness, like underneath my eye. It's loose. I've had filler in my cheeks, and so it's just loose. I have some discoloration, and then just tightening and firming my skin.
Mm-hmm. And when we took pictures, you've got very fine lines here. So you don't have deep expression lines, but you have fine ones. So we're going to work on that also. We've got a little bit of lines in your forehead. I think more because you're dry than anything because of the direction. So we're going to make sure that after this process, we keep you super, super hydrated because that's really important in healing the skin. So Maria's already had numbing cream on for a half hour. We took it off before we took pictures. This is PRP. It's not red, it's yellow. People know this as the vampire facial. It's not because of the PRP, it's because when we do microneedling, it causes microchannels to be opened in the skin, and there can be some blood. And we will rub that onto the skin along with the PRP because your red and white blood cells have healing factors in them also. So in the end, you have a very red face. That's why they're calling it a vampire facial. I will let Maria go home with her skin bathed in the PRP, but before I do the final bath with it, I will go around and I'll make sure I get all the blood lines off. I'm not going to have her walk out of here like with scary dry blood on her face, but she will go home with the PRP, which you really won't see.
You should have done this on Halloween.
I know. So this is the sound it makes. It's an annoying buzz. You really feel the vibration more than you feel anything else. Okay, and I've got you set at a depth of about 1.75. That seems to be the sweet spot for me.
Okay.
Okay, so Some people, when they are doing microneedling, or when we're doing plain straight microneedling, we're gonna put hydrating serum on the skin. And that's going to be microneedled in when we open up these channels. Some people do it when they do PRP also. I don't. I want the PRP being the only thing that's being introduced into these microchannels on the skin. So what I wiped off before, I saw a little bit of numbing cream. I wanted to make sure that I got it off. So that's why I wiped it off the first time. Okay, and here we go. So I am going to do under your eyes first, just to get it done. So to make sure that I have enough moisture on the skin. And then what I'm going to do, so I just pull down a little bit. You know? Mm-hmm. So being that you have filler, sometimes people who have filler, especially Sculptra, it's hard to reach an end point. That's how clinical endpoint is basically how you know the treatment is effective. Okay. So you can see under your eyes where your skin is lighter, there's already some redness. And you have some redness in your cheeks already. Some people who have filler, it's very hard to get them to that pink or erythema, because their collagen and elastin is enhanced by the filler and especially by Sculptra. So some people can go home very, very red, and some people might not, only be a little pink. It just depends. Young people who have naturally good collagen in their skin, sometimes it's very hard to get them to that nice erythema. But it doesn't mean the process hasn't worked. It just means that their skin is not reacting as much. How are you feeling? Is
good.
It too much?
No, it feels funny around my nose, but it doesn't hurt.
Yes, noses are very weird. It'll make you sneeze. It makes your nose itch. If you have to sneeze, go right ahead and do it. Some people say, why do the nose? Well, if you're going to do the rest of the face, why would you leave out the nose? You want all the skin treated the same as possible, all the same. You can do extra on areas that might need it, but you still want to go ahead and do the nose because it ages too. This is really good for large pores also, because it is resurfacing the skin. That was one of the things I had said is great for acne scarring. The needles going up and down on the skin in different patterns actually will help to break up scar tissue. And Maria looks great right now. She's really nice and pink. That's exactly what we want. PRP is very watery. That's one of the reasons that I do not, I don't squeeze it onto the skin. I want to use my hands and I can bathe it in. Otherwise it'd be wasted because most of it would be running down her neck. We're going to continue with Maria's treatment, and we're going to zoom back in or go live back in as soon as we're done so you can see our final result. See in just a few minutes. And we're back. I just finished Maria's treatment. You can see she's quite red. She didn't have a lot of pinpoint bleeding, so hers is really just that beautiful erythema that we're looking for to show that the treatment really was effective. So we did feather down on her neck a little bit. Her forehead is not as pink as her cheeks because, like I said, for the forehead I turned down the depth a little bit. So when we're doing the microneedling, there's people that have different styles. Traditional is a cross hatch where you're going to go up and down. We also go around in a circular motion. Your pores are round, so when you're trying to be, changing the appearance of the pores, that's very effective there, and also for acne scarring. So right now I'm just bathing Maria's skin with the PRP. It's the only thing she has on her skin. I spoke to Maria earlier. She's not gonna wash her face tonight. She's going to go home with the PRP on her face. It gets dry, it gets very, very tight. She's gonna have a little tube of or pump of hyaluronic acid. She can bathe the face in that throughout the rest of the evening. So that's gonna add hydration to her skin. Before she goes to bed, we like to use epidermal repair on our microneedling patients. It's very hydrating, it's very healing, hence the name. But a nice coat of that is really gonna help now push all this stuff down further into the skin. Downtime for microneedling, you're looking at about 12 to 36 hours of redness. That's really all there is. Maria's really pink now. She's got a little bit of bruising underneath the eye, but that should probably be gone by tomorrow. It should just be pink and glowy. She might be a little swollen under that eye. Tomorrow, she'll probably notice it more than anyone else would. She can go ahead and put makeup on tomorrow, it's fine.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yes. With microneedling, you will typically peel in about 3 to 5 days. The skin will start shedding the dead skin cells from on top, because like I said, we were just resurfacing. So there is going to be some shedding of the tissue. Usually it's kind of more of a flakiness. It's not too, it's not like sheets if you do a real strong chemical peel. It's more of a flakiness. Then you might need to lay off some of your makeup just a little bit because it's hard to cover when you've got that flaky peeling going on. Key to microneedling repair, recovery, you really want to keep the skin hydrated. We want to restore the moisture barrier. So I noticed Maria was a little bit dry to begin with. So for her, I really want to make sure that we get that hydration level back up to where it needs to be. This is where quality products are really going to take your treatment to the next level. We just did a great service. We're increasing collagen and elastin. We're going to help with uneven skin tone, fine lines, and wrinkles. If you're using quality products that also treat these conditions, it is enhancing the service that you just did. You need to consider this an investment, and your good products are protecting your investment. If Maria was to come in and we did something like this, and I ask if she wears a sunscreen every day and she tells me no, well, she really is just kind of wasting her money, okay? You have to protect your investment. So quality products and sunscreen every single day, doesn't matter. You too.
Yes. Yes.
We'll get her back on, or we'll get her on board too. Thanks for tuning in. I hope we gave you enough information about microneedling with PRP. We'd love to have you come into the spa and get a consult and check us out.
Thank you.